Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about my job, which I've never done despite being 9 months in. After finishing the BSMS program from Stern last year, I went into accounting. I joined one of the big four, a common start in the industry to build your resume and get experience so you can have more leverage in your future career. Now, I'm currently in audit, which in a nutshell is making sure companies don't BS their earnings or whatever. Many companies' fiscal year ends in December, so things get really busy in January and February. This is called busy season, notorious for its really long hours. And in this video, I'll be showing you what life is like during it. Spoiler alert, every day's the same thing over and over again.
Coming to bed, honey?
Yes, dear.
At least he has a honey to go back to. What a lucky guy. Yup, that's me, in the office working hard on a Saturday. It's a month and a half into busy season, where I've consistently been putting in 60-hour work weeks. Little did I know the next 2 weeks would be the busiest ever. Although we were planning on filing by February 26th, this wasn't our actual deadline. Legally, we had to wrap up everything by March 1st, 60 days after year end. But since it fell on a weekend this year, we actually had until March 3rd to finish. But the managers were pushing for an unrealistic earlier deadline. And let's be honest, if a deadline is not required by law, it's not a deadline. Working until late at night or on the weekends is very common during busy season. I actually had it easy considering I was a first year. It's normal for seniors and managers to work until much after midnight, with the occasional all-nighter if necessary. So what do we actually do? We communicate a lot with the clients for support to ensure what they say is truthful and accurate. This includes arranging meetings, sending emails, getting on calls with them, etc. But I got to do none of that. It was likely because the team was so big and the work was stretched thin for each person, so I wasn't involved in any client-facing work whatsoever. What did I do instead? Documentation, which is generally agreed to be the most boring and mind-numbing stuff you could do. The nitty-gritty. Excel work with formatting and adding boxes, notes, or tick marks to files sent by the client. It was a good opportunity to improve my Excel skills since I was literally working with Excel 100% of the time, but as you can imagine, I didn't really learn anything audit-related. Coming into the office even during the weekends wasn't too bad. You just have to find ways to make it enjoyable. Little things like getting coffee with your coworkers or whatever. The most depressing part was that since we were working in the dead of winter, the sun would set at 5 and it would be pitch black outside by the time we left the office. At least the office atmosphere was nice, somewhat well decorated with plants. I also liked the standing desks they had, allowing me to work while standing and be as active as I could for a corporate desk job. I've always wanted a standing desk on my own home to upgrade my setup, so I'm really grateful to Flexispot for sponsoring this video.
How the legs are this much heavier?
It's what busy season does to you, man. You just get weaker because you just can't exercise at all.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually not in the right condition to assemble a desk. I had a full day of work. I only had like 5 hours of sleep today. There is no way this is a one-man job. Oh, it is as smooth as a glove. I'm so glad this desk rolls. If this didn't roll, it'd be so hard. Best part is that you can apply brakes to these wheels so that they don't actually move around. And I thought ahead by applying the brake wheels to the very front. That is a really good desk setup. I mean, the extra real estate we have is just incredible. First time using a standing desk, right? How high does this go? Whoa, okay, we do not want to do that. Wait, oh, it's at 48. Doesn't it go to like 55? 50.
I've been using the Flexispot dual motor E6 Max for the past month now, and it is amazing. First of all, I like how big it is. It's 150 by 75 centimeters, which is much bigger than my previous desk of 120 by 60. So I have a lot more desk space, which I was in desperate need of. The bamboo surface is really nice. I like how it feels and how it blends in aesthetically with the rest of my setup. Very satisfying.
The desk is also super sturdy. As you can see, it's lifting me up right now with no problem. It can lift up to 160 kilograms, which is more than 2 me's. So yeah, not a problem. You can put anything on it if you want. Triple monitor setup, your entire desktop computer, anything.
Check the description below for more information and the product link where you can grab yourself one of these and have a permanent upgrade to your desk setup, just like I have. And now, time to get back to our favorite topic, corporate America.
This is the kitchen. We have a coffee machine, cups, tables, and here we get to see Manhattan. That's Penn, Madison Square Garden, Empire State, and everyone down there just minding their own business.
Yo, do you know a good sandwich place or bowl place for lunch? I have to organize it.
Oh, you're doing it today?
Yeah.
Then you got the young to do it?
Yeah. Should I just do the ultimate full move and just do like a vegan place?
No. Fucking as George.
I know.
That's actually that's a terrible answer.
I know. If you were wondering, this is exactly how our tasks looked.
We had kava for lunch. It was free because if you work 5 hours on the weekends, your lunch gets expensed.
There are a few good perks that come out of busy season. The first is that you can have your dinner expensed if you stay past 7:30 and if you're going to work over 10 hours that day. So it's a little extra motivation for you to stay in the office for a free dinner. Another neat perk is a free Uber ride back home if you stayed in the office past 9 p.m. This is especially useful for those who live further away, like me. Usually I would take the PATH train back to Jersey City, but at night it runs every 12 to 15 minutes, which is sort of inconvenient. Nothing quite beats a free Uber on the company's dime. I rarely took advantage of both these perks throughout busy season though, because those who lived further away were allowed to leave the office earlier and continue working from home to avoid a late night commute. So I usually just ate dinner at home.
I got out of the office at 7:40 today, which is significantly later than what I've been doing for the past 2-3 weeks. For this entire week, we're gonna be at the client site, which absolutely sucks because of a lot of reasons. Client site is, what should I say, really whack. I've been on this team and I have the same client for the past 4 months and I still don't have the badge that I need to access the building. I can't even go to the washroom without that badge, okay? So I always have to either ask someone or like wait until someone else enters the room. It's just a mess. I'm pretty sure they give their own employees like within a day, you know? There's no reason for it to take this long. And I have a theory that it's just, they have a thing against the auditors. That's actually like a part of the reason why I try to come home like before 7 or something like that, because I'm sorry, I'm not staying in a place working where I can't freely go inside and out. That's not the only thing though. Like, it's a milder inconvenience, but they give us like guest Wi-Fi that expires every single week. So we have to make a new account and log in every single week because it just forgets who we are. I know you don't do that to your own employees. Why don't you just give us like a permanent Wi-Fi router or something like that? You know, like an actually stable network. The only upside to the client side is that it's 10 minutes closer than our company building and that they have a cafeteria in the basement. So it's, I guess, slightly easier to eat food, lunch, but that's it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm getting like new stuff to do at 11 p.m. I guess some of you who are already in the audit industry, you might be like, yeah, that's nothing. Like, we work till like 1 a.m., whatever. Yeah, okay. I've never received a brand new task at 11. And it's a Monday. Mondays are the longest, most busiest days. I don't know why, for some reason, the first day of the week is just like the worst. It just annihilates you. You know what's even worse? When like all the other people, they're gone. Like, they're offline. My senior basically gave me the exact same task she already gave me 2 weeks ago. I was like half an hour into it. I'm like, wait, this looks too familiar. So that was a great waste of time. I'm glad I'm off at midnight though. It could have been much, much worse. Oh, that's depressing. I'm logging off. Goodbye. 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 Adios. It was bad enough that today was President's Day and the entire client site was empty, except for us auditors.
Here I was thinking busy season was already bad enough. Little did I know, the final week would be even worse.
As soon as we arrived at the office, our senior, she told the staff, this week we are expected to stay until like a minimum 10 p.m.